So, Jeffrey Hauser resuming my playthrough of Unavowed. So, I went through this section and the next last night and completely forgot to start the recording and streaming, so I'm going through it again. So, I went through the introductory section as a guy. Cop, I believe this character is, and I sort of joined Unavowed, and now I'm waking up the next day in this room. I'm sure I had wonderful insights that I had no idea were not recorded. I'm going to try not to click through this all quickly because I already went through it. This is exploring the Unavowed headquarters.
Please do not disturb them. It took centuries to arrange them just the way I like them. Please do not. It took. That helmet is cursed. Any warrior who dons it would find their head squeezed until it breaks. I would be wary of touching it. Do not even... You are awake. Did you sleep well? Yes. That is quite normal from what I am told. Introduction to the supernatural world can often have unpredictable effects on the mundane mind. It may take some time for you to process it all. I believe you might be right, especially if last night is any indication. I think you are going to make this transition just fine, and this is good, because there is so little time to waste. My father Kalash is waiting to speak to you in the room beyond the red drapes. When you are ready, seek him out. In the meantime, relax and explore the facility. I will be here if you have any questions. Yes? Sir, we are peacekeepers. We protect the mundane world from the threats of the supernatural. We help who we can, destroy ones we must, and recruit with you, as a whole, for thousands of years. But the New York branch is only 400 years old. As long as there is need of us, we will be here. We do not exactly advertise our presence. We prefer it that way. But the truth is, the last century has seen a diminishing need for our services. Things have certainly changed. Yes, supernatural threats have been escalating. It happened so suddenly we were caught unprepared. We had become complacent. We have not been recruiting. You are the first new recruit in decades. I will... Me? The term is Jinn. And yes, on my father's side. And no, I do not grant wishes. When was this city founded? 1624. Yes, I was just a child, but it was around that time. 418. No, 19. My birthday was last month. It is difficult to keep track, but Father always remembers. I will do... Eli is my partner, and a dear, dear friend. We have saved each other's lives more often than we can count. You and he have much in common. He was once mundane, like yourself. I would recommend asking him about his I do not know. I am not being facetious. I honestly do not know. This building has housed many agents over the centuries, and they too have been given gifts. Photographs and portraits of loved ones, precious possessions long since lost. We do not question it. We merely accept it and be thankful for it. Last night, we know nothing about the demon that was inside you, but it was a wily thing. You hurt nobody. Your demon hurt several. It was taunting us, dancing just out of our reach, slaughtering whomever it could. But we got it in the end. Regardless of what happens next, we stopped it. We can all take comfort in that. Last night, we know it was, but we can all... Thank you.
Hey! Don't surprise a fire mate. Anyway, hi. You settling in okay? You noticed. Yeah, I like to do this in my spare time. Keeps me sharp. But seriously, it took me a while to get used to this stuff. It's not gonna happen for you overnight. But you'll get there. Faster than you think. Anyway, I'm sure you want to walk around. I'll be here if you have any questions. I don't see why not. I know a little bit about... Well, we're sort of supernatural police. I guess you can relate to that, being a cop and all. Sometimes there's a threat that only we can handle, and we go and handle it. Well, I say sometimes, but lately it's been a lot more than that. Gosh, a really long time? Sorry. If you're looking for a history lesson, Mandana or Kalash are the ones to ask. As far as I'm concerned, we do good work. That's all that matters. You know, I wondered the same thing when I first joined. I mean, we're careful. We use veils. I don't throw fire around Times Square or anything. But the real secret, nobody notices us. It's kind of uncanny. Mundanes go through crazy mental tricks to pretend we're not there. So maybe the mundane world isn't ready for us yet, but they will be. They won't have a choice the way things are going. Let me put it this way. There are 732% more threats than there used to be, give or take 0.5. A year ago, we'd usually be called out once a month, if at all. Now it's almost every day. And me and Mandana, we're the only ones dealing with it. Until now, anyway. Sure. I guess if we're gonna work... Since the Nixon administration. I'm, older than I look. If you must know, I'm 92. It's the magic. Keeps me young. No surgery required. Yeah, it is what it is, okay? I'm a mage. We live long lives. And a story. Why do you think? Fire mage here. I could easily burn this place to the ground if I'm not careful. I needed a place to practice, and a room insulated with stone was the obvious choice. Besides, I don't feel the cold, so it's quite cozy down here. Ooh, never use the word wizard. It's a social faux pas or something. I'm a mage, with a capital M. The capital is also important. At least that's what the books tell me. I never actually met another mage to find out. Nope, kinda tingles, but that's it. It's kinda like playing with light, at least when it touches my flesh. Clothes, though, I can burn them clear off and I won't even notice. Took about a decade and a dozen indecent exposure arrests before I managed to make my clothes fireproof. Someone's been telling tales out of school, huh? I used to have a pretty normal life. Then one day I set my office on fire. With my mind. Then stuff happened and Mandana found me. She brought me here. The rest is, well, history. Yep. I bared my soul enough for one day. Let's talk about... Sure. Look, You had time to process it? I know I have. To be honest, I'm just glad the exorcism worked. Took 4 days of concentration to prepare that spell. Well, yeah. When you deal with demons, you don't leave anything to chance. Not to mention lightning. If I hadn't prepared, it could have fried you. Not to mention me. I just wish I hadn't summoned that thing. I know the creature was technically blameless, but I'm still not sure we made the right call. Still, I suppose it's too late now. You too, huh? Wasn't long after I joined up that my first photo appeared. Scared the hell out of me. It's something to do with this building. It wants you to remember who you are, who you were. Don't think about it too hard. I've been here 50 years and I still don't know. Right.
Oh, you're the new one, aren't you? Nobody joins the Unavowed, boy. We serve it. We are the wall against the darkness. As for me, I am Kalash. I am a Jinn of the ancient kingdom, and I run this branch of the Unavowed. And you? You were possessed. How'd you let that happen? You picked up that book, didn't you? Exercised that precious free will of yours? Yes, as I thought. In my day, even a newborn babe had wits enough to leave books of demonic evil alone. Mundanes today don't know they're born. The world has gotten soft, needs toughening up. How tough are you, new boy? Yes, while its back was turned, a child would be victorious in those circumstances. No, no. You have yet to experience your true crucible, but it will come. Oh yes, it will come. At any rate, we have much to discuss and much to do. Settle in, talk to the others, get the lay of the land. I will call our meeting when you are ready. I might know a thing. We're the wall against the dark. We might not be what we once were. Nobody knows for sure, not even I. But this branch is exactly 393 years. I know because... That used to be. You mundanes would beg us for help if a cat looked at you funny. But yes, I won't deny it. Supernatural threats became fewer and further between over the last century. There was little reason for mundanes to think of us at all. But things have changed. Yes, this city was becoming a force to be reckoned with the supernatural forces to match. There was important work to be done. I volunteered. Yes, supernatural threats have risen. We need to fill our ranks. You are... Well, I do not indulge... Not now. Indeed.
Father, you met our latest recruit?
Yes. I admit he doesn't look like much.
We were all neophytes once, Kalash.
Most of us, Mage Beckett. Most of us. I am aware of... I have read the reports on your last mission. Mage Beckett, is it?
Yes, by accident.
Irrelevant. Magic is... What I don't understand is why you let it feed on human corpses. What will the mundane authorities think when they find tooth marks?
The creature was both a danger and an innocent.
We'll be the ones compromised if the two of you... That may be, but you had no authority over them. It was their choice to make.
Father, regardless of our choices,
Yes, you let the demon escape. Your mission was a failure. Yes, just waiting to find another hapless victim. No disrespect.
Sir, he was a big help.
Help you would not have needed if you achieved your primary goal.
I was so close. I had it contained, but it was stronger than I expected.
I see. This is becoming distressingly commonplace.
Nevertheless, Eli speaks the truth. We underestimated the threat.
Then that will have to be. And now to the next item at hand. Your next mission. You are correct. I have detected void activity in the East Village, somewhere close to Astor Place. You are to travel there, determine the cause of the disturbance, and neutralize it. Activity from beyond the void.
Are you sure he's ready to go out into the...
These are dangerous times. Dark forces are coming. We don't have the time for traditional training. If he isn't able to handle it immediately, trial by fire, Cinco. You want to prove yourself to the Unavowed, new boy? Now is your chance. Meeting adjourned.
Well, I guess...
None of us.
Yeah. Anyway, we're...
I have no.
Anytime you're... Looks like the K train is down. Again.
Eli.
The Blackwell series is famous. If we want to
Still
call
raining.
it famous for
At least nothing's
having
here
real
waiting to kill
locations
us.
around New York City, I assume this
Well,
series
the night is young.
is the same.
Yes. You need not worry. The very idea is so... well. You call this neighborhood the Village. I came of an age when that term actually applied. The street, it was a long dirt road. Homes were palatial estates, and were few and far between. This city was larger back then, and yet... but let us not dwell on the past. I would suggest... or... agree.
What do you need? Ancient well, no. It's a simple trick, but handy on nights like... We've barely left the subway. We need to explore a bit. See if we can find the sort... Kinda. I used to work... It was just factories and warehouses back then. Oh, nothing... Let's focus on... I have...
You seem troubled. Is something the matter? Whatever. You have nothing to fear.
Yeah, it became active when you signed up with us. It just disguises your identity. Anyone looking at you sees slightly different features.
You are not the first new recruit to arrive with... The veil prevents awkwardness all around.
Oh, you have no idea how awkward things can really get.
Indeed. The veil only works on mundanes. Supernatural beings and the void touch. But that law enforcement officer?
Good. Let's get...
Evening. Who wants to know? It's been in the news, but I'll tell you one thing. You see, but it takes a special kind of nasty to torture homeless. Yeah, wouldn't be here if I had the choice. Yeah, a neighborhood full of corporate chains, and they attacked this place.
Was anyone hurt?
A few people killed. A lot of people with second or third degree burns.
That is...
I won't argue with that. I was here when the rescue team... They were carted off to Beth Israel Hospital. The people... That's how we're treated. Until we know otherwise, which means... I don't blame...
Hey, are you all right?
Where are you taking me? I'll do whatever you want. Just help me. Please.
Did you see that?
I did.
Neuromorphic projection. I've read the theories, but never thought. I think he's coming out of it.
Are you all...
You blacked out, just for a minute, but
You had a vision.
a vision from your past. Well, your demon's past, technically. This area must have kickstarted your brain into remembering. There was some psychic Oh, Lord, no. Pure audiovisual output only.
This building the demon entered. It used to house the Village Eye.
The newspaper? Didn't it go out of business a few years ago?
Indeed it did. What was your demon self doing here? Agreed.
Right. Well, that just...
It is done. Be aware that if law enforcement questions me... It smells very... human in here.
Looks like people were squatting here. Half a dozen at least. Wasn't there a homeless shelter around the corner? Why live here?
It could be pride. Or perhaps they gathered here for a specific
Huh. Only one bed in here.
Yes, this room was designated to separate one individual from the rest. Someone of importance, most likely. Or someone undesirable.
So this room either belonged to a cult leader or a... What have you got there? An old fuse? Seems to still be... I might not... I don't think the...
Do not be alarmed. They are harmless.
Yeah.
They have no physical form. It is best to leave.
40 years ago, but Mandana's right.
Death is... Let us move.
Ow!
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Can't see a... That's weird.
Is there a problem?
The darkness, it's...
It always...
I'm being literal.
Color me, Gobs.
It's a
A forest in a basement.
Well, that explains why my fire's so weak down here. Well, this just got a lot more complicated.
Male. Early... The cause of death is...
He's got vines.
You are correct. They are difficult to see with all this...
So this guy was murdered.
It appears... I cannot say, but I believe... Your vision. Whatever happened here...
You don't remember? Yeah.
No doubt your demon covered its tracks well before...
So...
He has no distinguishing mark, whoever this is. It is a lost
Are you...
It does appear... Let us leave it... Yes. You catch on as long as I keep it sheathed. I admit, Eli... Agree.
What do you need? We got the power. Sure, I guess. Pretty much. From what I can gather, they're barely aware of where they are. Maybe even who they... Talking to them is impossible. Trust me, I've tried. Because you're void-touched now, my friend. When that demon possessed you, you encountered magic. It left you, we call that change, becoming void-touched. Seeing go... To you and me, yes. We appear the same way to them. It makes communicating with them. When I saw my first ghost, I wanted to help them. So I read a lot. I tried to. We all have our strengths. Mine is. The technical term is bestower. Bestowers of eternity. We heard rumors of one operating in New York, but Kalash refused to make contact. Death is part of the mundane world, he would say. Not our jurisdiction. I could see his point. No kidding. It could talk to the ghost and find. Guess we figure it out. They don't exact. Bestowers deal with death. They tend to keep to themselves. Sure. We got the. I have. Do these drawings on the wall mean anything to you, Mandana?
I cannot decipher their meaning, but I do get a sense of reverence.
Reverence. Like worship?
It is only a feeling. This wall drawing means nothing to me. Eli?
Me neither. Although it's different from the art in the other room.
How so?
Outside it was more vibrant, colorful, more creative. It had passion. The art in here is just patterns.
Patterns.
You can see them if you know how to look for them.
Interesting. I do not know what that means yet, but interesting.
So putting together the clues, the password is the love, so either the girl or guy, based on what we know in the photo, probably one of their names.
Whoever.
She's lost it her own way. I don't. Whatever. Rough. She's lost it her. She's not the
Where did you get that? The village, I know what you're talking about.
That is an obvious lie.
Do I look like I care? Just leave me alone. I might not look it, but I'm fine. Tell everyone that Wendy is fine. You don't need to come out here and... Wait, it's you, isn't it? You've come back. Don't patronize me. I know who you are. You're the master. Don't play dumb with me. I'm not that innocent. At least, not anymore. You've done something to your face. You've changed it somehow, but I can tell. It's you.
Curious. She can see past the veil.
What?
Void touch.
I don't give a crap. And I don't give a crap about you either, master. Just leave me alone. I already know you're good at that. Why should I? Right. And I'll bare my soul to you because you obviously care so much. You left us. You don't care about anything. So get out of here. Take your new followers and go.
Wait, followers?
You heard me. What do I mean? You left. Left us to fed me. I'm back where I started. You never came all that time. I knew it. I just... Shut up. Don't just... You can't... I mean... That's crazy. You're crazy. You're serious. You didn't just leave us.
It's a bit more complicated.
We are trying to piece together what happened.
Well, if you've forgotten about it, then maybe I can too. Just leave. You really don't. You've even forgotten Jordan. Well, he's gone. He and I were a thing. He's gone. He left soon after. Not that you care. Please.
Just so we're clear, we are...
Master says I should start this journal explaining who I am and why I got here. My name is Jordan. 3 months ago, I was fired from my job at a crappy electronics store. 2 weeks ago, my landlord evicted me because I couldn't pay the rent. I was on the street in the middle of this brutal winter. This homeless shelter was completely full. I thought I was going to freeze to death. Master found me, brought me here, gave me clothes and warm food. This laptop insists I keep a journal of my experiences here. He says I should call him Master. That's fine. I am safe and not leaving. Heck, if he keeps me alive, I'll call him God. Sounds like there should be ominous music there. Master brought more people in. They're all homeless like me. They're all sick. La la la. Tree growing in the downstairs floor. Altar of life. The energy makes us warm and feel good as we cut ourselves onto the tree growing out of the floor. Seven of us now. The master leaves. Left Jordan in charge. Everybody's cold. Oh, and Jordan and Wendy, it sounds like they slept together.
Blood rituals used for healing. That is perverse and wrong.
It may be wrong, but it does explain the forest downstairs. It's
Beauty can hide all manner of evil, Eli.
Oh, it's nothing.
A story for...
Right.
Yes.
If I understand that journal right, the ritual stopped working when the, master left, which means that only you, or...
Then why leave Jordan in charge?
That's a good... In the meantime, I really want to know more about... After...
With that said, I am going to middle mission 1. I am going to save and end off for the moment as I have engaging plans elsewhere. Thank you for watching. We will finish this mission later today.